What's up, y'all? Today is Tuesday, July 15th. Update on my cancer prognosis. So, I finished, what could be considered one round of chemo, 6 treatments from roughly about August 2024 to February 2025. Today's about 5-6 months past. I have another PET scan, 6 months PET scan coming up. So just all the emotions and things from my last treatment till now. PET scan in February showed clear. Definitely huge improvement. You're talking stage 4A, right? But I'm gonna be grateful for any time I have. I don't want to say left because that sounds definitive. So I'm gonna just say I'm gonna enjoy the space and time, friends, family, where I'm at. I just want to also reiterate, I believe in one of my other videos, be your own advocate. Have someone to advocate for you in the early stages, just so that if you're not able to make decisions, have someone to advocate for you. Get counselors if they offer. If not, if you're employed, use your employee assistance program, which they should have counseling, or call 988 for assistance in the moment. It doesn't mean they're gonna call authorities. So 988 is a useful tool to help you in the moments of where you're feeling depressed, anxious, or overwhelmed. So please use those resources. Also, American Cancer Society, they help with possibly finding you financial help, assistance. Go to your churches. Use the Cancer Resource Department. I'm sure they'll have one. Phone numbers, hotlines, websites. What a big help was for me, even though I was in financial straits, to help mitigate that was going to signing up with a program to help you get produce. May not be meat or whatever, which is not shouldn't be majority of your food intake. I'm not a dietitian, nutritionist, but go to your team, your oncology team. If you don't have a dietitian, nutritionist, ask for one. So they just gave produce, fruits, vegetables, canned beans, and things like that, which was a great help. Because you need it during chemo if you're getting what they call the red devil, which is that dioxy Rubicon, whatever you want to call it, that one, Rubixon, that one, because when you urinate, you have a red tint to your urine. So this video is about resources. Use your resource, be an advocate, speak up for yourself, stand up for yourself. If any symptoms that you may not read about, right? If you experience any symptoms that's not typically in the profile of the medication you're taking during chemo, say something. If it's like, hey, I didn't read about this, just don't look normal. So for me, it was the mobility issues, my knees and wrists. So October 24, my knees, I was having knee problems. February, a month after my last chemo, my wrist got inflamed. So I understand they might say, oh, this is not typical. Of course, nothing is typical dealing with cancer or the symptoms. So I read about the ulcers on your, you could get ulcers in your mouth ulcers. I didn't get that. However, my gums did turn colors. My tongue turned colors. The roof of my mouth turned colors. It's like a dark purplish color. So it does turns the mucus in your mouth. May not be for you, or if you have, maybe you haven't experienced this. My fingernails, my toenails under the bed, they turn dark purple. I've mentioned this in the other videos. So this is about being an advocate. Speak up for yourself. Let the doctors know. I know of us who are melanated. They may say, oh, that's because of your pigmentation. No, I never had, my gums and tongue never turned colors. My toenails were never a purplish color. No, they told me to try to tell me that. I've been with me for 40 something years. I think I would know because it didn't take long. Within 7 days, probably less, 3 to 7 days, I saw the colors in my fingernails change. So that treatment, it works. It does what it's supposed to do, but you need to be diligent, stay intentional, be purposeful. Make sure you some type of supplements, okay? I understand the treatment we rely on, but please take supplements, wholesome diets, no fry. I had digestion issues prior, like early on in 2020, so that could have been a manifestation of my diet, my cancer progressing, right? So you don't want you want to keep up your energy and have your minerals and vitamins that helps combat toxic cells that's not dying. So your toxic cells are not being pushed out, or whether it's through urine, sweat, feces. So you need a system reboot, reset. So again, talk to your team. I'm not a doctor in any shape or form, but I am a witness to my own being, okay? I'm a witness to myself. I'm a witness, a testimony to others. I am an advocate for myself. So understand what I'm telling you, okay? Understand it. Let it marinate. If there's anything I said that will help you, great, awesome. But again, use your resources, be an advocate for yourself, be intentional, be purposeful, be diligent, discipline, okay? Discipline. I'm not saying I'm all there, I'm not, but I have a how you say, a fervor of life, just a outcome, and I want more for you than myself. I can't put it into words. This goes beyond me. This is not even about me, really. This is what I'm experiencing in my flesh form, but my spirit doesn't have disease. My spirit doesn't have doubt. It doesn't have fear. It doesn't have any things we experience. Those feelings that we have of depression and sadness and things like that is of your flesh, of man, that's not my spirit. I do not subscribe to any of those things. I've learned, I never really did, but I am learning to be more intentional, more purposeful. I'm not accepting the diagnosis. Yes, I did the treatment, but I refuse to be bound by any residuals or whatever limitations. So, because I know there's something greater in it, and it's not meant for you to stand and accept that treatment. Yes, you go through it, right? Finish it and be more on the other end. You know how you say you do better? If you knew better, you do better. So after this, be better, do better. All right? And you're gonna feel isolated at times. You're gonna feel sad. You will. I did. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll be better than I did, how I started in the beginning. And don't think because your diagnosis is gonna make people like you better. Don't think that people gonna like gonna be on waiting on you hand and foot, right? I hate to say it, but if you was a jerk before, people, you still gonna be a jerk. You're just gonna be sick. You know, if you're a sweet person, gentle person, passive, it don't mean people gonna stop for you and world gonna stop. Nope, we're gonna see the same nonsense. Now, however, for the ones who might have been called jerks, you might be a little softer. You might become a little more meaningful. Matter of fact, you might be tenacious. You might have an aggressive attitude towards other things, something more, meaning, something that's more than you. And you might be able to be a leader in that. The same thing with a person might be passive and quiet. Maybe you be able to stand up and be more direct, more firm where you need to be, right? For me, is give myself more credit, right? That I've done better than most. Not completely there, but I've all my life maybe haven't done my potential, right? But I feel like now I have to do something. Whatever that is, I don't know, but I have to make a mark, I'm not saying I gotta be popular, famous, anything. Just for one person, if it means one, just helping one, and that one go tenfold, then their tenfold go tenfold, So I just want more for you than I want for myself. So love y'all. And I will keep you posted, updated. But yeah, so this is me on the other side. My hair fell out. I had locks. Keeping it short for now while it's hot. And again, love you guys. Is more than out there what you're going through. Find that vibrancy. Find that spot that makes you happy. Of course, if it's positive, no destructive behavior. I know you go through the motions and things like that, but once that's over, find something. The gym, the pool, a museum, a park, writing, whatever that is. Because we are more than our circumstances. We are more than what we've been drugged through, and we are more, you are more than whatever you're dealing with. And I know we all think we're a good person, but really, do you, not to say you may have done something to someone to hurt people, right? It don't keep us from being sick, right? But own that, own up to it, maybe apologize, or pay it forward. Do something, join an organization. Have I always done right by people? Probably not. Maybe I thought I did. I think I do, but maybe not. And sometimes decisions you make, they're not gonna like, right? People who may think you're a bad person, or you made a bad decision, or you told them something that they didn't like. I mean, I'm not your enemy, right? Just because I said something you don't like. And if you take me, and if I am that to you, if you feel I'm your enemy, by all means, you're not my enemy, and everybody who says something you don't like don't mean that they're an enemy, and everybody who likes you is not necessarily your friend either. So, but anyway, do better. Love you guys. And my next one, I will discuss the journey of dealing with your workplace and going through accommodation, disability, FMLA, and how to navigate that, and just my experience with that, with my current employer. But love y'all. Enjoy the day. It's nice out. Be vibrant, So, and prayers and peace and blessings. Have a prosperous and productive day. See you.